Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
There's absolutely nothing we can do about it.
Some traffic signal concerns in West Fargo tonight, and people who live and drive there are taking their issues to the Nextdoor app. There are more than 60 comments on a post from a resident who is voicing his concerns about how traffic signals operate, and some neighbors are chiming in. Valley News Team's Maddie Jelseth finds out why the left turning signal.
Slowly walk over, call to them so they know.
Lena, come, Lena, come straight. Stay right there, Lena.
West Fargo can't do anything about it.
This short-lived left turn green arrow has many residents in West Fargo on the edge of their seat. Sean Nolf wrote on Nextdoor his concerns with the short turning signals. He says, quote, "This route is especially congested in the morning and afternoon," and the Public Works Director agrees, saying it's the peak hours.
We run different timing programs, matters which direction people are going. We count all the intersections and we do analysis by a professional traffic operations engineer.
Brungard says the centralized control software runs all signals, timing when lights turn green and when they turn red. Brungard said on the 13th and 9th intersection, the left turn lane gets a 5-second minimum green time and a 3.5-second yellow time.
If I take more time to the left turn phase, I'm taking time away from the through phase, so it's a balance. But overall, we minimize the delay for everyone who's using that intersection.
He says because the left turn lane has fewer people, they have less time to turn to try to keep the flow of traffic going.
We want to minimize the time everyone has to wait at a signal light, no matter what direction you're coming from.
But he said due to the construction closing some roads, it's putting more stress on other roadways, causing more delayed traffic. Reporting in West Fargo, Maddie Jelseth, Valley News Live.
Brungard says they hope to open Cheyenne Street south of the interstate tomorrow, which will take congestion off of 9th Street. We're not where we should be this time of year, but we are a bit warmer than yesterday. Robert, hopefully no single-digit lows tonight?
No single-digit lows tonight. We did see a few of those overnight tonight, including last night, including in Grand Forks. Getting in Valley City are your cool spots. Those winds generally out of the south and southwest, 5 to 15 miles per hour, with some occasional stronger gusts, creating some wind chills. It's cold as 27 in Hallock, 29 in Thief River Falls and Roseau, 34 Bemidji, 37 here in Fargo. Clouds on the increase. They'll continue to increase through this evening. A little bit of rain shower activity moving in as we head through the evening hours and overnight. Here in Fargo, we stay dry, though, as we head through the evening hours. You headed out to any football games across the region, bundle up. It's going to be a chilly one out there with temperatures falling into the 30s, wind chills in the 20s. A little bit of unsettled weather over the weekend, but we also have some warm air to talk about on that 7-day forecast, and we'll get to all that here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Robert. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so that you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. All you need to do is search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. Authorities in Becker County say a man is behind bars after violating a protection order that his ex-girlfriend placed against him. Last night, the woman said 54-year-old Shannon L. Carlson ran from the home in Becker County after his ex-girlfriend called police. Officers set up a perimeter and brought in a canine to track Carlson. He was eventually taken into custody at 2 a.m. by a canine team after officers searched for about a mile and a half. Carlson was booked on a charge of violating a protection order. It's time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say Damon Hunter Roselle is wanted for terrorizing, simple assaults, and disorderly conduct. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information. One man is charged with driving under the influence after a rollover crash in Fargo overnight. The incident happened around 11 o'clock along Main Avenue. Police say 46-year-old Norman Schreffler Jr. left the road, drove over a few properties, and ended up rolling his car in the Knights Printing parking lot. He was charged with DUI. New information shows that most people skip a very important step before crawling into bed. Experts say that everyone should close their bedroom doors before going to bed in case of a fire, saying that adding that simple step to your nightly routine could save your life. West Fargo Fire Chief Dan Fuller says people used to have 17 minutes to escape their burning homes, but open floor plans and building materials knocked that time down to just 3 minutes. But he says sleeping with your bedroom door closed can buy you more time.
Having that door closed There's been a ton of instances that I've seen in the last 10 years where a hallway can be on fire or a house can be on fire, but if a door is closed to a bedroom, that room will have minimal damage to it.
Experts say if you don't already, you should make it a habit to close your bedroom door and your children's doors too. They also say to test smoke and carbon monoxide detectors and make an escape plan. Facebook is now saying only 30 million users were actually victims of an enormous data breach as compared to the original estimate of nearly 50 million. This was the hack from 2 weeks ago when the company said a security flaw in Facebook's View As feature had allowed hackers to potentially take over people's profiles. Still, about half of the people affected by the breach had their personal information exposed, including names, phone numbers, and emails. For the other 15 million, hackers got all that plus details from their profile that include username, gender, location, religion, hometown, birth date, work, the last 10 places they checked into, people and pages they follow, and more. Facebook says it has published a web page where users can check in if their accounts were compromised. Or they could check to see if they are, rather. The company said the breach is currently being investigated by the FBI. Essentia Health is offering a flu shot clinic tomorrow with a seasonal twist. It's their spooktacular flu event at the 52nd Avenue Clinic in Fargo. It runs from 9 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon, and it's for the entire family. Tomorrow's clinic has a Halloween theme, including trick-or-treating, face painting, a photo booth, and other activities. Plenty of pheasant hunters will be in Laverne, Minnesota tomorrow as the city hosts the opening of pheasant hunting season. The DNR says 2018 roadside survey found a 19% increase in the pheasant index. It is the 8th and final year Mark Dayton will attend as governor. He inaugurated the event in 2011. Later on Valley News Live at 6, why a Twin Cities couple created a wearable device to help you break habits you may not even know you're doing. And after a routine flu shot, one woman had to have surgery on her arm, the rare condition that she is now warning others to watch out for.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live. You're watching Valley News Live on KVLY, your hometown NBC station.
Her memory is back.
I'm not Jane anymore.
You infiltrated
the FBI.
Jane, you don't have to do this.
Try and stop me.
Blind Spot premieres tonight on NBC.
No one ever said that homecomings were easy, but no matter what, I'm going to make it back to Studio 8H.
Isn't Seth's studio just down the hall from ours?
Yeah, it's right next door.
I'm Heidi Heitkamp, and every day I see how neither political party understands North Dakota. Too many Democrats don't appreciate our commitment to faith and self-reliance, or recognize that we know how to handle guns safely. And while Republicans too often side with the powerful, Democrats too often judge how we live. And both parties do nothing but fight. I approve this message because this is why I put party aside and do what's right for North Dakota.
Hey, Doug. We got a fresh delivery of that sweet corn you love.
Nice. Where do you guys get that stuff? It's amazing.
In a trade war, North Dakota gets hurt the most.
The trade dispute with China is taking a major toll on North Dakota's soybean industry.
A major North Dakota ag equipment manufacturing company is bracing for possible long-term pain.
The elevators, because of tariffs and other reasons, have lost their markets.
Heidi Heitkamp opposes the trade war. Kevin Kramer says farmers are hysterical and we should have a higher pain threshold. You decide. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Innovative Basement Systems, your basement and foundation specialists.
Several Red Cross volunteers from the Dakotas region were deployed to help with Hurricane Michael. 7 Dakota volunteers went to Florida, Georgia, and Alabama, and more are expected to depart in the coming days. They joined more than 1,000 trained disaster workers from across the country in helping provide shelter, food, health services, and emotional support to those in the affected areas. Approximately 2,900 people stayed in Red Cross and community evacuation centers across Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Over 15,000 people needed shelter supplies. The Red Cross has already served 30,000 snacks and thousands of hot meals each day. After getting her yearly flu shot, a Twin Cities woman developed a rare condition and had to have surgery on her arm. Now she's warning others. Jacqueline Brose was diagnosed with SIRVA, which stands for shoulder injury related to vaccine administration. And it happens when a shot is injected too high or too deep into the shoulder. Brose says she had extreme pain in her shoulder after she received her shot, and weeks later, her chiropractor noticed her right arm and shoulder were sloping. After seeing several doctors, she was finally diagnosed with SIRVA. Brose, who is working on gaining her arm mobility back, says she does not want to discourage people from getting their shots, but instead be careful how it's given.
The thing you want is panic when you're in the throes of vaccine season and trying to get as many people vaccinated as possible.
The condition is extremely rare. There hasn't been a case reported in 10 years. Later on Valley News Live at 6, a tracker bracelet that's designed to help break your habits. But does it really work? We'll let you know a little later.
Increasing clouds this evening and over the weekend, turning cooler with some unsettled weather in the form of rain showers and eventually snow showers. But we've got some much warmer weather to talk about on that 7-day forecast, and we'll show that to you right after this.